Okay, well, I just watched Loki season 2, and I think that it is one of the best shows we've had. Um, I don't have a quite ranking yet. I do think it's in the top 5. I think season 1 is in the top 3. I think that it's just a really good show overall. I think season 2, not as good as season 1, but decent, better than most of the shows that we've gotten already. And there's just a lot of stuff that was really good about it. Loki, arguably the best villain of the entire MCU, makes a great hero. At the end of the show, he is possibly one of the strongest multiverse heroes we have, and possibly the strongest multiverse villain. I mean, only Kane the Conqueror can compare. We haven't even seen how strong Kane can be, but as of right now, Loki seems to be the strongest multiverse villain we have, which he's a hero now. And what I do say, it sucks. We started to love Loki. I mean, we started liking Loki ever. I mean, we never liked him. Like Thor and the Avengers, he was always the bad guy. But then we start getting some character development in Thor: The Dark World. Then he becomes more of a anti-hero, and then to his eventual sacrifice. And he's been a hero all through this entire show. And he's made so much growth and character development that in 2 different timelines he's became a hero. We can see the possibilities of him becoming a hero. And he is possibly suffering the most excruciating pain. He has a fate worse than death. This Loki has seen his primary timeline through his character development to his death. He sees the death of his dad, the death of his mom, the death of himself. Now, this Loki becomes a hero, and now for eternity, not eternity, he's going to be back. We'll probably see him in the next Avengers movie. I don't think we're going to get a season 3, probably no season 3, but he will be back in Kang Dynasty. If not in Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars. It's going to be either one or the other, if not both. I think he'll be in both. But it sucks. I mean, he's seen all this stuff. He's suffered a lot. And all this happens. And for ever and possibly, he may never come back for eternity. He's a god. He'll never die. For an eternity, he'll be sitting there holding these multiverses. And it's just, it sucks. I mean, he's living a fate worse than death. He's going to live in eternity with no friends, no family, no way to save people, no way to protect people, no way to talk to his loved ones. He's sacrificing himself to hold these multiverses together so other people can live. He's giving the grand sacrifice. And it's not even death. It's his entire life. So that was just the ending of Loki. Loki, like I said, Loki's one of the best villains we've ever had, and he's a good character. He's a good hero. He's a great villain. It's just, you love to see it, and that's the ending of his story arc. I'm sure we'll get another Loki. Like I said, I think he's probably gonna come back, whether it's in another Avengers. I think King Dynasty is gonna come back. If not, maybe we'll get another variant of Loki, because there's infinity amount of Lokis out there now. But it's gonna suck if we never see Loki interact with Thor ever again, especially what's going on with Thor. Thor has a child. You don't, wouldn't Loki want to meet his niece? Or, yeah, his niece? I feel like that would be something important Loki has no idea. Thor has no idea that this version of Loki even lives. So I don't know. It's interesting. I love it, and shows like this bring everyone back and say, "What's next?" And lately, a lot of these shows haven't been, "What's next?" A lot of these shows have been, "Oh, Marvel's done. They ran out of ideas. They're just throwing characters in the mix." This makes me say, "What's next?" I think this is probably one of the best shows, and this is one of the best seasons we've gotten. Um, all the characters have been pretty good. A new coming, Opie, 10 out of 10. I mean, really good character. I don't know when we'll see him next. Possibly never. Maybe Deadpool 3. Maybe one of the new Avengers movies when the multi-travel stuff. I don't know. Who else is gonna come back? Is Sylvie ever gonna come back? Her character was a little bit of a downgrade this season. She's a little bit more annoying, but technically, she was always in the right, except for that haircut. That haircut was atrocious. I'm just saying, not the diss. I didn't like the hair. It was weird. It threw me off, especially when you come back to the comparison of this season and last season. In the final episode, you go, that hair looks not good. Yeah. 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 All the characters were really good. Renslayer, I guess, was a forgettable villain. The first 3 episodes were kind of mid. The last 3 episodes were fantastic. I think episode 6 was my favorite, and episode 4 is my second favorite. And I really liked episode 4, and I really thought episode 4 was going to be my favorite until the ending. But it makes sense. Most of these shows' endings are either the least favorite and they kind of ruin a show, or my most favorite and saves the show. This show, I believe the ending saves it, but I like the entire season through and through. Just thought some of the beginning parts were a little bit boring. Thank you for the last 3 episodes. Saved it, made the rankings way higher, saved Loki as a show together. Another new character. We got a King variant. Timely. Just call him Timely. I thought he was really good. I really liked him. He seemed really innocent, though he's a Kane. We expect him to do this and that. And he was supposed to just timeline, become Kane. I guess that got a little confusing for me, but he was just a sweetheart. I liked him. I loved it. I felt like he was part of the team, and we see him in the last couple episodes just trying his best and just trying to live up to this version of himself that just destroyed people, and he just wants to save lives, and he's just his physics. Which I will say, he said when they were breaking it down in the final episode, they were talking about infinity, and you can't contract infinity, so they had to break it, and then of course Loki makes the sacrifice. He says something that infinity is impossible to capture. Same thing, you can't divide by 0, which we're not gonna say that's not a mistake. We're gonna say that's a timeline error with him not being from this timeline. I don't remember exactly when it was. I think he was in the 1800s somewhere. He must not realize in modern day physics you can divide by 0. This is a little bit of physics, a little nerd, a little geeking out. You can divide by 0. Marvel, you should have fact-checked that. But yes, he says you can't divide by 0. I'm going to let it slide because he's from the 1800s, yada, yada, yada. But you can divide by 0. And I thought that was funny. I did think some of this stuff was actually funny. Just Loki running around and something that was said just made me laugh so loud, and I don't remember what it was, but I thought there were some parts in the final episode that I thought were funny, and I think the final episode is the best episode out of the six. Um, yeah, I think that, and even with having six episodes, I feel like this was the best put together six episodes we've ever had. Most of them, the final episodes feels rushed and feel underdeveloped, and I thought that it flowed really well. All the multiverse stuff, just everything worked and put together. I feel like they've spent a lot of time. Marvel put a lot of money and time into this episode, and while this season, and I feel like it was really paid off. So I hope everyone liked it as much as I did, because I really liked it. I like, or a lot of characters. I just thought it was really good. I'm excited for the future. Um, I don't know if there's anything else. I hope that I covered everything. I really like the last three episodes. I'm really excited for the future. Um, I rank this pretty high up on my list. Um, so yeah, that's LoKi season 2 open spoilers. Um, I hope that you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Please like and subscribe